Abracadabra, Wolfgang King of Magic. Abracadabra, Wolfgang King of Magic. Wolfgang King of Magic.
Good evening and welcome to Abracadabra, the program about magic and illusion. Is it magic or an illusion? That's that question I always ask. Well, tonight's show is going to be totally different. It's going to have a paranormal twist to it. You've heard of extrasensory perception, ghosts and things like that. Now, please understand one thing. I don't believe in this stuff, okay? So I'll just want you to get into the mood and play along. But it's not real. It's all tricks that we're doing. But you know, they say that if you have somebody that's inhabited by a ghost, so to say, that it controls every movement. Now, I have over here a silk handkerchief. It's a foreign handkerchief, I know, because I got it from abroad. Okay, now, you can come again, okay? I'm just going to roll it up like this. And when I said something is inhabited, it's got a life of its own, because if you go, you see that it unties itself like that, okay? Ooh. Now, I also have over here a solid gold ring. It's solid gold. I've had it nickel-plated just to protect the gold. Okay, now, oh boy, people will laugh at anything nowadays. Right, okay. I want you to watch. I want to ask you a question. Is the handkerchief inside the ring or outside? Inside. So if I were to do this and take it out like that, does that make sense to you? No? What about you at home? Look, I'm going to do it again because people say, it was too fast. Okay, sleight of hand. So here goes. Is it inside or is it outside? It is inside, okay. So what I do there is actually impossible, okay. Maybe I caught it quickly. So I'm going to just take it a step further for you, right? Now I can use any color handkerchief, providing it's a red, okay. Is the ring in the handkerchief or not? What do you say back home? Yeah, it's inside. So there's no ways I could get this off there. Would you agree with that? So that wouldn't make sense, would it? If you could get it off like that. Ooh. Right. We have, of course, our street insert as usual. And seeing that we've got a bit of an alternative theme, we went to this house that's a bit haunted, so they say. And we had a bit of fun. So come with and enjoy this insert. Things that go bump in the night. Yes, we're here at an exclusive mansion today. They have seances. And we've got a number of guests with us. You've heard of ghosts, spirits, ESP, poltergeists, psychokinesis. Don't worry, I don't believe in that stuff. I just want you to get into the mood. Now, for those of you that don't know, Houdini made a pact with his wife. He said when he died, he would contact her from the spirit world. And that kind of made me think, let's do something around Houdini and the spirit world. Now, I have over here a regular piece of rope. I always say regular, I don't know why, but it is a normal piece of rope. I'm going to place the two ends into my hand like this. Take the middle, and I'm going to cut it in half. But we're going to ask Houdini to assist us in this. So I've got two pieces like that. I'm going to tie the ends together. And I also have two chalkboards, those that you find in the school, right? Here we go, like this. You agree that this has been tied together? Yes? Right. I also have two blackboards over here. These are the little chalkboards that you get in the schools. I'm going to place the cut rope into the middle, like that. Are you happy with this? And your name is? Adele. I'd like you to hold this piece there, Adele. Right, so the knot is in the middle. I'm going to cover it with this half of the chalkboard, like that. Okay, in fact, at the bottom here, I'm going to write a message to Houdini. I'm going to say, Houdini, please help. And seeing that I'm a well-known magician, I'll just sign it as well. There we go. So you can see that clearly. There it is, okay, and the rope is nice and inside there, yes? So we'll leave it like that and we'll place it there. Now I want you for a moment just to imagine, concentrate, and imagine that the spirit of Houdini actually came along and he did assist us. That'd be quite eerie, wouldn't it? Now, Adele, you've been holding that end and there's a rope right in the middle. If I lift this off, do you see that there's suddenly writing over here? And if you pull that over there, the rope is restored. I know. And the knot is there and it says, "My pleasure, Houdini." Can you handle more? Yeah, okay, I like that. Right? There's always someone who wants more punishment. When one talks about this kind of stuff, people talk about ESP. And in fact, to check someone whether they have psychic abilities, what they do is they use ESP symbols. And you get different kinds of symbols. You get circles, stars, squares, waves, etc. Now I'm just going to remove some of these like this and place them down in front of me over here. And these represent the 5 ESP symbols. Okay, so we've got there a square, a wave, a star, a cross, and a circle. Now it's important that you remember the names. That is a circle, that is a cross, that is a star, because there are a few waves, or 3, there are waves, with plural with an S, and that's a square. Now you at home, these symbols are going to appear at the top of your television screen. And I want you to do this with me so that you can for yourself see that nothing has been pre-planned. Now I'm going to just pick on somebody else. What about this gentleman here? What's your name?
Gustav.
Gustav. Okay, Gustav. I want you, and I want you at home to do exactly the same as Gustav does here. I want you in your mind to choose one of those symbols. Okay? Now, for example, let's say you choose the cross. I want you to spell the word cross. But if you choose the cross, you start on the cross. So the C for cross would be the C, right? Then the next letter is the next domino. You can go backwards and forwards. You cannot jump across. So for example, you'd go C-R-O-S-S. Or you'd go C-R-O-S-S, right? So choose anyone, and at home, choose one of those symbols, put your finger on it. You don't have to do that now, Gustav. Just focus on your mind and spell the word and follow the dominoes. You'll end on one domino, as you will do at home. Have you done that? Now, I'm going to take a wild guess. I'm going to say that you're not on the circle. Yeah?
No.
And neither are you at home. And Gustav, you're also not on the square. Ooh. Okay, let's take it a step further. The one that you landed on now, right? I want you to spell that one, and at home as well. The one you've landed on, just spell it. And then the same procedure as last time. You've landed on one now, am I correct, Gustav? And you at home have landed on one as well. Now, I want you to move to the one next to it. So as an example, if you've moved onto the cross or onto the waves, the one next to it that you'd move to would be the star. I assume it's not the cross. Yeah? Which one of those two did you land on? I don't think you landed on the waves either. Am I correct? You landed on the star. How did I know that? Could I have known it beforehand? Oh yes, because every domino on the back has a star. It was meant to be. Oh, it's not so funny anymore. I just found out recently that in our family tree there was a magician quite a few hundred years ago, and luckily he wasn't put to death or drowned or burnt or anything, but he had to pay a fine. And in Germany, and I know I tell a lot of jokes and stories, but this is actually true. And all these years we've had a family heirloom, and it's in this parchment. I've always valued it, and it's only now that it has special meaning, and I want to give you the background to this. It's what he used to do is he used to make his living going around getting people to bet on these what looked like tarot cards, okay? And he had 3 nines, a king, and in fact some more nines. Why he set them up like this, I didn't know. But he'd get a few people around him, and he'd turn them over, and he'd put one over there, one here, and one here. And when there was a group around him, he'd say, where do you think is the king? Over here, or over here? And one day he was doing this, and an elderly lady came up to him, and he didn't know she was a gypsy. And she put this really valuable coin down over there. And she said, I want to take a guess. And he said, well, where do you think? Is it over there, there, or there? And she said to him, it's in your hand. And what he didn't realize is she was a gypsy, okay? So he went through his normal moves. He said, look, it's not over here, okay? And he just verified it by showing the cards again, just casually. And on he went with his activities. The lady left. She left the coin. And that day he made a bit of money. And he went home that night and he packed his cards away. The next morning, he unpacked his cards. And what he didn't realize that night, this gypsy was sitting in front of her little caravan. Did they call them caravans then? I don't know, but they're the little... And she had a fire going, and she put a curse on him because he knew he'd swindled her. And that morning, when he opened up his cards, he turned the first one over. He saw a king and another king. And then he had a third king. And this started freaking him out. Then he had a fourth king like this. Then he started turning his cards over, and they'd all changed to kings. And since that day, he never did the swindle again. And that makes you really believe that there are other things happening around us. Well, I trust you enjoyed that insert. I'll see you after the ad break. And now, that part of the show where I introduce to you my special guest with that special energy all of his own, Soli Philander! Hey!
Oh, thank you very much. It's really fantastic to be here, especially on tonight's show, because tonight's show deals with the supernatural. And I'm psychic.
You are?
Yeah, I know what I'm going to say next.
Oh, man. I'm also psychic.
No.
I can tell stuff about you.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Let me concentrate.
Okay.
One of your parents is female. Okay, let's have a seat, my man. Let's have a seat. Now, talking about, predictions and psychic, it kind of gets me. Why do psychics have to ask for your name? Have you ever thought about that? And the other day, I got a psychic pal. He's in the States,
Yeah.
and he sent me this letter, from the States, yeah.
Where in the States?
Alaska.
How do you know it's Alaska?
It's got a seal on it. Okay, no, no, kidding. Okay, right. Now, he is a psychic, and what he did, okay, is he wrote me a letter, and there's like some information in here. Okay, what he did, he put a card in here, but for now it's invisible. I'm just going to remove it like this and place it down there. And do you believe in coincidence, Soli? Yes or no?
Yes.
Me too.
Wow. That's
Okay,
supernatural.
it is, it's mad. Now this guy sent me this card, and he's a big believer in coincidence. I think that we're like in tune here, okay?
Yeah.
Name any card you want to. And let's see if by coincidence it could be the same as that card that he sent me.
Jack of diamonds.
You're kidding me, man. That's it. And you must remember, this has not been rehearsed. I can do this anytime. You said any card. You said Jack of diamonds.
Yeah.
This is freaky, man. Okay? Because you could have said any card you wanted to, and you said Jack of diamonds. There's no ways I could have known that, could I? Yeah? Okay, I'm just checking. Because if I open this up like this, there is one card inside there like that. And that is the Jack of diamonds like that. The card you named. Aren't you glad I used my powers for good, huh? Okay. Now, I'm going to take it a step further, because now comes the part of the show where I teach the viewers at home a trick. And this is, in fact, a psychic trick. Okay. But as you know, there's no such thing. It's just pure fun and tricks with a logical explanation. I have over here 6 cards. Each one has got a different color on it, okay? And you can make these up in different color cards, or you can just make these up as is. Now, what I want you to do, Soli, is without telling me, choose a color. Now, when you've chosen the color, I'm just going to start putting my fingers on cards at random, because I don't know what you've chosen. And I want you to spell the color you chose. So let's say, as an example, you chose blue. I'll just point my finger on. So the first card I point on, you go B, then it's L, then it's U. And then the last letter of the color you chose, I will have my finger on that color that you chose. Choose a color. Keep it in your mind. Here, you got it. Okay. Tell me where to start. Okay. So you spell the first letter of the color, right? When you get to the last letter, you confirm that, and I'm on that color, right? That's the second time. Okay. I'll go back there. The third time. Yeah. Let's go over there. Let's go over there. Over there. Over there. And you chose lavender. How did I know that?
How did you know that?
Yes. Would you like to know? It's really easy. It's actually mathematical, Soli. Because if you look at all those colors, you see there's a very short color red, there's a longer color blue. That's only got 3 letters. That's got 4 letters. Green has got 5. That's 6. That's 7. That's 8. Okay? Now, I said to you, let's keep it short and simple. Or you can do it with your color, but let's choose another. Let's take blue. Okay. I said to you, in your mind, choose a color, which you did, blue. I said to you, point to any card for me to start. So the first 2 cards where I pointed to could be random. I could go 1 card, double, whatever. So you started spelling B-L. Now the third card I went to, because red has got 3 letters, I got a red third. Because blue has got 4 letters, I got a blue fourth. So obviously if you want blue, that's the fourth one. But it's blue. But you chose lavender, so I went green, so obviously you chose lavender. You see how easy it is? Very scallop. It's so, everyone goes, oh, you got psychic powers. It's all just a stupid trick, okay? Cool. And you can have lots of fun with this at home. We'll see you after the ad break.
Abracadabra! You finish it. You're the psychic.
Deborah! Oh, my blue. Hey. Listen, seeing that we're talking about psychic and that, you know, they always say that when you have ghosts and stuff like that, they can like take you over, you know, and they can make things happen without you realizing. Right? Have you heard of it?
Talking about something I'm going to be doing now?
No, it's okay. I'll do it. Okay. So I thought, how about getting myself tied up, and we'll see if I can get the spirit world to contact me and make me do weird stuff. How's that? Would you like that?
I'm still on the tied up bit and I'm stuck there. Let's tie you up.
Yeah, no, you know, I used to be a masochist. I had to give up though. I was enjoying it too much. Okay, right. Okay, now we're going to ask for a volunteer from the audience. I have our beautiful young assistant, Yentl. She's going to just, one of the gentlemen who wants to assist, please bring somebody up. And I've got Jock over here, who's now going to tie me up. You're going to verify what's happening on stage. This gentleman's going to check everything as well. Jock, if you can bring the ropes.
He's going to check everything as well.
As well, yes.
But he's blonde.
Oh, no, okay. Right. Hi, and your name? Bernie. Nice to meet you, Bernie.
I'm Soli, that's Wolfgang, and that's Jock. He's blonde.
Jock, would you please tie my hand up? Bernie, I want you to check that Jock is actually tying a knot. Not that you think because he's assisting me, it is rigged. He's going to tie another knot. We'll even give you the chance to tie the third knot. There, would you tie that really tight as you can? Gee, you're good with rope.
He's strong.
Yeah, once again. You're good with knots, eh? Are you also good with kids?
Bernie.
Okay, I'm just going to, there we go, like that. Now, that's the ropes, it's tied. I'm going to place this, I'm going to turn around behind my back. Jock, if you'll just tie it there. Bernie and Soli, check that this is being tied, that I'm in fact being really tied up, okay? That's it. You're really quiet, Soli. I mean, no, I'm also, okay, yes. I'm just being, I feel left out at the moment, yeah? Right. So there we go. And then a third knot. Are you happy with that? Oh, okay.
I'll just do a third knot.
A third knot. Bernie, are you also now?
No, Bernie, you want to do a knot?
Oh, no.
Bernie also wants to do a knot.
Okay, right. So here we go. I have to have these closed back by 10, eh? Right, okay. Now, there's another rope over here. So besides my arms being tied behind me, now Jock is going to put this around my neck. Not too tight. Okay, that's it. And now, that's it. And Soli and Bernie, I want you to just verify that what he's doing is really tying me up.
We were going to call this the Houdini trick, but because he's from South Africa, we're calling it the Houdini trick.
Okay, right, that's it. So there we go. And then you can just let them tie from the front as well. I want you at home as well to see that this is really happening, okay?
Six.
No, 3 knots. I'm going to get you later, man. Don't you worry. Okay, right. So just let Bernie verify that that's been tied at the front.
Verify that, Bernie, please.
Okay, right.
Thank you. You
And now-
verified?
Yes,
Thank you,
okay. And then round the side there. Okay, that's it. Which side? Okay, this side. Okay, let's just do it like this. The camera can get it. Are you
happy?
I ain't, man.
Are we
Okay.
enjoying ourselves?
I know. So I am tied up. Okay. Now I have over here a frame. Now, Bernie, I'd like you to sit on that chair over there to make sure no one accesses this frame from the back. And Soli, you've got that chair over there. Now, Yentl and Jock are going to lift the frame up. I am tied up. Do you all agree with that? Mm-hmm. There's no ways that I can move out of this. So they're going to lift it up. Please lift it up.
Hey! Yay! Yay!
Okay, and I'm still tied up, yes?
Yes.
Do you want to check the knots, Bernie? I don't see you don't trust me. I mean, I'm still tied up, very tight. Okay, you don't trust. Tell you what, would you like Soli to get in? Yes. Listen, your chance.
Thanks,
to come out.
Bernie. I thought you were on my side.
Bring the chair, bring the chair.
Last time you chose a blonde from the audience.
Bring the chair, bring the chair. Come into my office.
Wait.
Put your chair over there.
Wait.
Right? Okay, now sit down.
Oh,
because the spirits get, as you can see, quite out of hand. You might get frightened. Jacques, if you can just put a blindfold onto Soli there.
Oh, this is the part I do not like. Why am I having a blindfold?
No, because you might just be chicken or something.
Mate,
like that.
mind the hair, okay?
Mind the hair. Okay, right. So there we go. Okay, if you can lift again, please. Right, that's it. Okay, don't worry. Okay, yeah, that's it. Oh,
Hey! No, mate! Yeah! Look!
what's going on here? Jacques, just take the bucket off my head, please. I'm like 80. Okay, and Soli as well. And a blindfold. Do you now believe?
In the spirit of the bucket.
Okay, right. I tell you what, you can go stand on the side there because Bernie got quite a pleasure out of you getting in here. So we're going to ask Bernie to come in here now.
Yeah.
Right,
Get it,
okay, Bernie. Right. Bernie, have a seat. You're going to get the blindfold on as well. Okay, just hold that jacket. Just chuck it over your shoulder, just with one hand. Just I want you to look like the suave, casual guy. No, with your hand, just one hand, grab the jacket over your shoulder. The other shoulder. That's it. Okay, that's it. Just put your finger through it like a coat hanger. There we go. That's it. So he's got the jacket, and this is mind the hair. Yes, the blonde hair. Okay, right. That's it. Would you please lift up again, please? That's it. See if we can do something here. So there we go. Right up there. Yeah. Bernie, are you okay? You sure? Yeah. You're 100% sure. You've got a jacket on your shoulder. Yeah. Okay. Yes, it's moving. You notice the jacket's moving. Yes, I'm tied up. I've got ropes all around me. Would you agree with that?
Just say no.
What do you mean, just say no? Okay, right. Okay, Bernie? Yeah, you okay? Yes. Undo, drop it, yeah. And, yeah, take the blindfold off. You checked the ropes, didn't you? Am I so tight at the back here? What do you mean, no, yeah? Check that up. Is that tight? Would you undo that for me? And can you understand how that happens? Because the jacket is over the ropes that are tight. Sorry, I like it when you just stand and watch, but could you just get that? This is going to take a while to get me untied. I tell you what, we'll see you all again next week. Thank you very much.